morning, YouTubers, friends, followers, subscribers, and my Trevorites, but mainly good morning to the subscribers, because you're the ones that keep the channel growing. Also, waste of space of chicken chasers, master, yep, you know, I'll not go on. Some people are mourning, some people love it, some people don't like it. But if you're watching this video right now, and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free. Well, people, I am late this morning, and I apologise. I'm only having my morning coffee now. See this? Morning coffee. I've been catching up this morning. I actually had a lie-in. I haven't got my son today. I haven't got my dog today. I had a lie-in. I thought, you know what? Just enjoy it. However, people, 06:30, I heard the bin man coming. I got up, moved to the window, got my phone out, ready to hit record. I seen them drive down. Do you know what? It's the one guy that wears the blue hat. I think he's a prick. For some reason, he doesn't like me. But he knew, because he hasn't emptied my bin in about the last 2 or 3 weeks. He's ignored it. He's the one that resulted in me emptying my recyclables out and checking it for dirt and cleaning my rubbish. Yes, because he left a sticker on it. Rubbish needs to be cleaned. And I'm like, okay. So this morning, it's just ordinary refuse. It's the black bin bags. It's the shit rubbish today. Not the good rubbish. So I'm there at my window. I've got my phone ready to go. I'm ready to record the prick. He walks towards my bin. He looks up at my window and he waves at me. And he empties my bin. And I'm thinking, you know, but I'm going to get you. Every week I'm going to be here and I'm going to get you. And the minute you refuse to empty my bin, because those are the type of people that sort of give you a fine, £400, because someone's put something in your bin that you did not know about. Someone can walk, because whenever you leave your bins out the side of the road, anyone can walk past and put a bag of dog shit in your bin. And they can say it's the wrong rubbish and you can get fined. It's not fair. So I make sure now my bins, yeah, I'm annoyed about the bins clearly. But there we go. So what else is happening this morning? I've had my lie-in. I've got up, just about to have my coffee. I've now had 4 reviews. I'm really pleased. I've had 4 reviews on my new book. I know it's not much. I know I'm starting off at the bottom, but they're all 5-star reviews, and I'm really, really pleased. Anne McLean's done a review, put it up there. It hasn't came through yet. Sometimes it takes a few days for your review to go through once you've actually uploaded it, so bear with it, Anne. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I know there'll be 2-star and 3-star reviews. Of course there will. There will be people that don't like me and give me a 1-star review. And rather than critique the book, they'll say about how shit a person I am. And you know what? That happens. You know, I accept that. Right. Listen to this, people. And this is what I don't like about certain things, right? Things called historical cases. Yeah, well, look at the historical allegations. Well, guess what? A woman called Daisy Goodwin has now come out after being silent for over a decade. And she's come out to say, the guy running for Lord Mayor, he's a Lord Mayor hopeful, apparently groped her 10 years ago when he was David Cameron's aide in Downing Street. Daisy, I hope he prosecutes you, because you're saying he groped you. Where were you for the last 10 years? Is it just because he's now going to approach something and try and do something about becoming London Mayor? Who's paid you money, Daisy? Has anyone paid you money? Just my opinion. I hate it when people come out to try and do something good, and all of a sudden these historical allegations all start appearing. Well, he groped me in Downing Street below the Margaret Thatcher portrait, which apparently she said. I just don't like it. I don't like this bullshit. Prosecute him or get him prosecuted after he does it. Don't sit quiet for 10 years and then pipe up. It feels like a setup to me, if that makes sense. It certainly does. Yeah. But there we go. These things will always happen. What else is happening? Well, the Chief of the British Army, General Sir Patrick Saunders, has come out and spoke out and says, I can't believe that our vehicles are outdated. We need new vehicles. Yes, we do. It's terrible. And our reservists, I don't know why we're going down this road, but our reservists certainly would not be able to take over our regulars on the front line. Well, that's why they're called reservists. All they have to do is tick the boxes each year. Make sure they keep up to date with things. Keeping up to date with a, let's be honest, a weapon system. So making sure you can pass your weapon system will never be the same as a guy who's out every day moving angles, learning the wind, wind blowing from left to right at 300 metres, where to aim off, and wind blowing from right to left at 400 metres, where to aim off, and how to use the trajectory. A reservist is never going to have that knowledge that an ordinary guy has on the battlefield. So yes, they will never replace regular soldiers. And that's the way we seem to be going. But there we go. Generals, I find that generals in the army are shit. The people high up in the army, the navy, the air force, the marines, I find them all to be wet waste of space. I think, do you know what I'd like to do? Do you know that new craze that's happening where people stand there and they go and they slap the head of each other? I would love us to be able to do that with the generals and the politicians, just to slap them in a new competition. Yeah, because while they're in the military, they say nothing. They let the army, the navy, the air force, the marines, they let them fall to shit. They let them become ridiculous. And once they leave that role, it's, yes, well, we have problems. Well, why didn't you speak up? You had the chance to speak up and you didn't. And this is what generals do. They stay button-mouthed until they leave, which means they're oxygen thieves in the armed forces. You know, do something about it. You would probably leave more respected if you did something about it. But there we go. Another good story this morning, coming out of Hollywood. Yes, it's coming out of Hollywood. A top Hollywood talent agency has come out, and the guy has spoken out and says, Meghan Markle has absolutely no talent. She's talentless. We wouldn't want her on our books. So, and that's the story in Hollywood. We know that. We don't need you to tell us in the media. We know that. And what else? Students, I hate to say it, but you know what? High schools, comprehensive schools, that's where you get your talent from. That's where you get your talent from. You don't get your talent from universities. You don't get talent from universities. You don't. I mean, Tesco's, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, get them a W, can't remember, it doesn't really matter. All those shops are filled. Shelf stackers with degrees, checkout people with degrees, people moving things with their drivers, delivery drivers, everyone's got a degree. Degrees have never been so easy to get, certain degrees. I know my ex-wife just got one. That's a 5-year study. What I'm pointing out is those that go to university and they live at university, those that don't have families and have to go back every day to look after, raise their kids and have a proper job, yeah, they're a different type of students. They're the senior students. See the ones that leave school at, 18, 19, and they go to university and they come out, they're the ones which had no value, because they're the ones that which cause all this shit with, today we're going to protest, oil, just stop oil. How can you just stop oil? You've just got a taxi, you've got the train there, or you've got a taxi there, or you've actually got to the event, and oil has been used to get you to the protest, and that's why I think that you're an idiot. But those people today that are coming out with Churchill was a white supremacist. Churchill, yep, let's pull down the statues of Churchill. Do you know what? I think every veteran in the UK now is probably thinking, you know what? I wish Hitler had won. If Churchill had been defeated and Hitler had won, I can tell you now, people, and whether you like it or not, there would be no colour people in the United Kingdom under the Nazi rule. Under the Nazi rule, Nazis were the most terrible people on the planet, and they needed to be suppressed and beaten. And Churchill played his part to get rid of that. But if you want to pull down statues of Churchill and you want to replace it with who? Hitler, who would have won, there would be no one with ginger hair. Everyone would have blonde and blue eyes. Remember the perfect race? Jews would all be dead, truthfully. There'd be no one with ginger hair. There'd be no one with colour in the UK. So do you know what? If you want to sort of try and destroy Winston Churchill, you've got to look at the alternative. The alternative was far worse than what we have today. Let it go. Wow. There would be no equality and diversity under Hitler, I can tell you that now. Would never have happened. He was a terrible person. Right. Kieran de Crot. I had to ask Google this morning about Kieran de Crot, an Irish singer. He sung Heaven. He sung something else. Do you know what? He's not a bad singer, but he has a habit now. He's now like a TikTok star. He has a habit now of doing a flash mob dance things. He turns up places and just sings. Now, some of his stuff is good, I'm gonna be honest. But in a time when galleries and art is being desecrated with Just Stop Oil protesters, I mean, he needs to use his brain, because he flash mobbed the National Gallery in London, and he just started singing, and then people came out and started dancing, and I tell you now, the security went mental because they didn't know what was happening. They have the fear of someone destroying a painting or destroying something special again. So you know what, Kieran DeCrue, if you're going to do it, you need to phone places and let them know, because it comes across like you're a Phil, okay? A talented Phil at that. Well, people, I'm going to finish off my coffee. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my morning. Sorry I'm late. You know what's happening. Thank you to those who continue to purchase my book on Amazon, which is here. It's doing okay. It's doing okay. Thank you very much. And yeah, and if you have read it, please ensure that you keep putting in the reviews. Regardless how good or bad they are, they all add. Thanks very much, everyone. Take care and stay safe.